Namaskaram, this is Uma Vijay. In this video, I'm going to talk about the upcoming lunar eclipse. This lunar eclipse is widely seen this time in almost pretty much everywhere in Australia, Europe, Asia, New Zealand, North America, Africa, and many parts of the world. And it is also called the blood moon. The moon that will be been hidden by the earth, and you will get when sun, earth, moon, the earth comes together on one line. The earth's shadow completely covers the moon, and this forms a rustic red color to a dark red color moon. And this is visible in Australia on 8th of September 2025 early morning. That is from 1:28 a.m. to 6:39 a.m. on 8th of September it is seen. It is Monday early morning. This eclipse is going to last almost for 5 hours and 11 minutes. In Hinduism, we call this solar or lunar eclipse as Punya Kala. That means it's a good time. Why this eclipse is called a good time? Because during this time, any mantras chanted or any jabas done, that has many times fold benefits. Now, in astrology, moon governs water elements in our body. And moon also, we say, is mainly for the mind, the thinking, the thoughts. So, when your planets are not in a proper position, it might give you agitations, stress, and those who are already under depression or depression tablets, they need to be extra careful. And when I say this, during this Sutak period, their mind will not be able to process things in a proper way. So it is better not to make any decision during the eclipse time. And during Sutak period, that is during the eclipse period, what are the things that we are not supposed to do? We don't cut our fingers, the nails, comb our haircut, cooking, chopping, eating, and these are all has to be avoided. And we believe that any food that is left open during that eclipse period, we discard them completely because we strongly believe that the food has absorbed the energy of the eclipse and it might cause indigestions and stomach upsets, even though it is not scientifically proven, but this is the fact. Now, what can we do during this eclipse period? As I said before, reciting sacred prayers, chanting mantras, and also having snan. In Australia, it's not possible, especially at night time, the eclipse is coming. But if the time difference is there, and if it is going to be a little bit earlier time, like for example in India, as per Indian Standard Time, on 7th September evening, around 7:57 p.m. itself, the graha starts. So those who are able to go to any riverbed, ocean and have shower, that is also considered to be a holy thing. Now, I told you we don't use the cooked food, leftover food that was cooked and excessive food that was left during Grahan. We don't use it the next day, we only discard it. But in case, if you've got some milk, yogurt, ghee and all, what we put normally is, it is called darba grass. It is also known as kusha grass. We take them and we just put small pieces of it in it, and we believe that this darba grass will prevent the contamination of the food during the eclipse time. Now, there are normally 5 nakshatras, people born under those Chandra as their moon in position in their horoscope. Their Chandra positioned at 5 different nakshatras will get affected during any eclipse. And this year, for Australian time, the Poorvabadra nakshatra is the one that is getting affected. So the connected nakshatras along with Poorvabadra are Poorvabadra, Punarvasa and Vishaka nakshatra. And in addition to Poorvabadra, Punarvasa, Vishaka, Satabhisha and Utharabhadrapada people also need to get the pariharam done because their planets will get affected during this eclipse time, this time on 8th of September 2025. Whereas in India, apart from these 5 nakshatras, there are 3 more nakshatras that are also getting affected. And you might wonder, why is the reason for it? What is the reason? Why is it 8 nakshatras for India and 5 nakshatras for Australia? That is purely because of the time difference and the time when the eclipse starts. In India, for example, on 7th of September, evening 9:57 p.m., the lunar eclipse starts. And at that time, they have got the Satabhisha nakshatra as the leftover. And by the time the lunar eclipse finishes, which is around 1:26 a.m. on 8th of September Indian Standard Time, it becomes Poorvabadra nakshatra. So people in India who were born under Satabhisha nakshatra, Poorvabadra nakshatra, Swati nakshatra, Anuradha nakshatra, Dhanishta nakshatra, Punarvasu nakshatra, Vishaka nakshatra and Uttarashada nakshatra. The 8 nakshatras, I'll just repeat it: Arudra, Satabhisha, Swati, Dhanishta, Poorvabadra and Punarvasu, Vishaka, Utharabhadrapada. All the 8 nakshatra people need to get the pariharams done. And what is the pariharam and how do we go about it? The people who were born under these nakshatras, for Australia, it is only 5 nakshatras, which I will repeat it again. They are Poorvabadra, Punarvasu, Vishaka, Uttarabhadra, Satabhisha. The 5 nakshatras, people born under this 5 nakshatras, if possible, if they can be awake, they can be awake and they can be chanting God's nama, prayers, listening, reciting or chanting mantras is good for them. And during that Grahan period, if they could take a dollar coin and put some water on it and say, this is the thing I will be giving as a dan, as parihar dan, remedy I will be giving. Idam hiranyam, that is what they need to say, and they need to put the coin aside. Along with that, if people want it, because it's Chandragrahan, that is moon, lunar, any white cloth, rice, fruits can be also kept aside, and that can be later on donated to any temple or give it to temple priest. And immediately after the eclipse finishes, which is in Australia at 6:39 a.m. on the 8th of September, everyone should have to have snan, which is bath, and those who have been affected, in the description, I will give the mantra to be chanted. They can write it in a piece of paper, hold it on when they are having shower, and then let it go. And this, only after having the bath, they are allowed to have anything to drink or eat. If possible, cleanse the house, mop the house, clean the house, sweep, mop it, and then start doing the cooking, and try to avoid eating any leftovers that was there during the eclipse time. And alternatively, as I said, we could put darba grass, or it is also called kusha grass, into the food items, and that will help you to avoid the contamination of the food. And this information, I'm sharing it with everyone, those who would like to know about the solar eclipse and who would like to follow it. If you like the video, please like it, comment it, and share it with your friends. Thank you.